Let me say something right now. The whole world is looking at history.
Only my true wrestling fans can understand. Man, WrestleBrainia. Only my true wrestling fans can understand. WrestleBrainia. Only my true wrestling fans can understand. WrestleBrainia. Let's get it. WrestleBrainia.
I'm here to break it down to all of y'all, Thuganomics style. I'm fast, I gotta go, it's been a blast. Came out the locker room, stole Rey Mysterio's mask. Tried to get Taker's cast, but it was plastered on too tight. Beast, I gotta go, about to hotwire his bike.
WrestleBrainia podcast, we back at it. What's up with y'all? We hope everybody is out there in the world doing good, being safe, and all of that. You know, right now, we're going to have a discussion about, well, what was we just going to flat out just call it racism in wrestling? Racist.
I mean,
racist.
I guess that's what you would call it.
I don't know.
Unfair treatment.
We're going to call this episode the one about racism and shit.
Straight edge timeline.
Straight edge appropriation.
Yeah, like
cultural
shit like
the cultural appropriation is crazy in wrestling. It's always been though. I mean, you look at it like and you know, we love Dusty Rhodes, right? But you gotta keep it a beam. He got his whole fucking image to me, his whole gimmick from Bull Pez Watley back in the day. Now, I don't know if y'all ever heard of Pez Watley. Well, you gotta Google Pez Watley and watch his videos and all of that. He was that boy, and the Boogie Woogie Man, Jimmy Valiant, tried to steal his gimmick too, steal his image. You know, and they get over with our you know, our
gestures,
our whole style. They take our whole style. Yeah, they get over our gestures, our mannerisms. They take how we talk, like, you know, Dusty Rhodes was putting on the whole, you know, yeah, daddy,
he had that
yeah,
slang.
baby, I'm gonna go and find me some black women and make a black baby. God Almighty, Cat Daddy, God damn it.
I know what you mean though.
God damn it, I'm gonna take that belt flare, you dirty motherfucker, you god damn it.
Like a nigga in the street. Like he gave me that vibe.
I'm gonna cut you smooth, daddy. You coming that still?
Yeah, like he had a blade.
Yeah. I'm gonna get.
Nah, he was dope as shit.
Nah,
though.
he was that boy, but
I
you
fuck
know
with him because they always tried to fuck with him his whole career though.
Oh, yeah,
on some real shit. Once he got the WWE anyway,
yellow and
like, they tried to keep him down.
Let's put polka dots on my man.
So,
but
you know,
but you see what I'm saying though,
yeah,
like
but I know what you mean,
you know how.
But there's
they'll get over quicker with our shit than we will.
Yeah, like a Cena.
You talking about the doctor of Thuganomics?
If you want to delve into that.
If I want to delve.
If
I reckon I do. I reckon I do.
You gonna talk about some culture vulture?
That's appropriation for your ass, nigga.
Just battle rap motherfuckers into pinfalls and shit.
And before nigga, you put up your belt in a fucking rap battle.
Like, goddamn.
He battle you for your fucking U.S. belt.
But it's like, there's no reason they couldn't have put that gimmick on, like, the black boy. And
right.
had him actually do that, because that's actually what niggas do in the street.
Right.
You know, we actually do battle rap. I mean, you got white motherfuckers too, like Eminem, for example. But
it's typically
it was our thing.
Y'all see the bars wasn't even hot for real. It was just the white people back there ain't no better.
Nah,
they just heard him spit a couple bars, words that rhymed, and they was impressed. Like Stephanie McMahon was mega impressed.
Yeah, she got wet.
She was like, "Oh my God, he's so good. He is so good."
It was a thing when he was hitting people with bars at a costume party or some shit. She was ready to jump his bones.
That's where it started.
The old man's got a plan, and he's chilling in the building. Did I tell you I'm like light beer? I taste great, and I'm less feeling.
What are you trying to tell me?
Don't get me wrong. Some of that shit was funny though. And it was, it was well done, but it could have been well done for somebody else.
Yeah.
Throwback jerseys, a lock chain.
Right. Thuganomics. This nigga had a whole album. They put out a whole fucking album.
Yeah.
Which sucked.
He said,
I never heard it.
whether fighting or spitting.
I never heard that shit. The album? I ain't the hell no. No thanks.
My time is my time is now. Something like that. That was the name of the album.
Yeah. Yep. That was some Massachusetts suburban hip hop at its finest.
I think Method Man was featured in one of his tracks.
Was he?
Really?
Damn. I ain't.
He got bars.
Method Man got bars.
He's underrated. He's actually an underrated rapper. That's a story for a different podcast.
Yeah.
I mean, that's this podcast,
Yeah.
nigga. We this wrestling, this hip hop. We encapsulate all that shit.
Oh, shit.
In this place, you want to talk about Method Man, nigga? By all means, talk about Method. We could talk about Method Man real quick, nigga. We could talk about that. This WrestleBrainia. We
say he's underrated.
we can talk about anything.
Got lyrics, man.
Method Man is that nigga. Yes, he is. He's very underrated. Still, niggas never bring up Method Man when they talk about top MCs.
Mm-mm.
You know what I mean? It's a couple cats in Wu-Tang that's just underrated, period. Underrated within their own group. Inspector Deck.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I mean, but as far as like that whole Thuganomics gimmick, I mean, they that's the thing about it that gives me, like, they wouldn't let a nigga do that. They wouldn't let a nigga be battle rapping niggas and taking their belts and shit.
Nah.
Like he couldn't have came out, humiliated Big Show in a battle, embarrass him, and then take his belt and get all this adulation and shit from the fans. He all laying in the crowd, they loving it. Turn the belt into a G-Unit fucking spinner. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All that's black shit. All that's black culture. That spinner belt.
They wouldn't have let
They
a
bit
colored
that.
person
They
do
bit
that.
that straight off of G-Unit. Remember the Fitty had the G-Unit spinners and shit on the chains.
Oh shit!
They
I didn't even know that.
You today years old when you found that out.
Damn right.
Today years old.
I had no idea.
They stole that shit straight off of G-Unit.
Damn.
That belt was crazy though. That belt was nutty, but you know, I guess they kept it for so long because they knew Cena was always gonna have that motherfucker. Like Cena had that shit. He always had that belt. He lost it a couple times, but for the most part, he had that shit. That nut ass toy title, spinning ass belt. That shit was crazy.
I will say I liked his Thuganomics gimmick better than his Super Cena gimmick though.
Yeah, I mean. Oh yeah, Super Cena like can't lose a match. Big Match John.
Modern day Hoagie.
Yeah,
that's all that was. That shit used to fucking piss me off when he would beat everybody, man. He beat every fucking body.
Even Bobby Lashley.
Yeah,
Lashley.
trash Lashley, trash Umaga, Batista, fucking Great Khali, like
Triple H, the whole list, and Shawn Michaels.
Had niggas tapping out that never tapped out before. Didn't he make Benoit tap out? Or am I tripping?
He might be
I pray that
tripping.
didn't happen. I swear he put him in STFU though.
I think John Cena. I think he did. I think he tapped out Benoit.
I swear he did.
And I know he tapped out Triple H. And he tapped out Michaels too, right?
I think so. Yeah, because Michaels was too little to get away.
I think he tapped out Benoit.
9,000.
Wait. See, this where the beef begin. See, we brought you in for this timeline, Tony. You supposed to know these things. Now you gonna make us go to Supercomputer 9000 for this. Matter of fact, go to Supercomputer 9000. Timeline don't know this shit. Where's Supercomputer 9000?
Supercomputer.
That would be good for them.
What was we looking up? I'm high.
If Benoit got tapped out.
Oh yeah.
Right,
Y'all keep talking. I'm gonna go on the Supercomputer.
Can we get a motherfucking moment of silence for this small chronic break? Yeah.
Oh shit,
What's happening?
This is the moment of truth. I don't know. This is the moment of truth.
You ready to tap, son?
Damn, I swear he did.
Yeah.
See, I fucking told you. I ain't that bad at this.
He's like,
Okay.
Wow. This is new to me. I didn't even.
Okay, Chris Benoit. I thought I remembered that, yo.
On a Raw, right? Damn.
But yeah, that scene used to annoy the fuck out of me though, because he used to win every goddamn match. Basically, was what the point of that was. But that's just further fucking proof. Like, goddamn, you even made Benoit tap out.
All right, we put all our heads together between us and Timeline and 9,000. It got figured out. Yeah, well, all right.
Good job.
Cena tapped out Benoit. And back to racism and wrestling.
Well, you know, we WrestleBrainia. Sometimes we just talk about whatever.
Sometimes we veer off course, but we back.
There's damn sure more examples
that whole,
though.
that whole Thuganomics though, man, they would have never let a brother get over with that gimmick rapping and shit. Not no dignified, arrogant rap nigga like. Not, you know, I fuck with R-Truth, love R-Truth. I'm a huge R-Truth fan. Now, I'm not new because this ain't a knock on R-Truth, but the type of rapping and dancing he did was more like the happy-go-lucky rap.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that happy-go. He ain't coming out here to roast you in a battle.
Exactly.
John Cena was coming down like, like, what, nigga? Like, John Cena was like, what, nigga? Yeah, like
how we actually did do in the hip-hop culture. Like, actual hip-hop culture.
Like, I'm about to roast you. Then I'm going to take your belt. Like, they couldn't have had a black boy do that. Every black boy rap, nigga, gotta be dancing and, you know, got this happiness to him. You can't just come out arrogant. They never want an arrogant nigga like to be powerful and arrogant and like.
I know,
you
that's
know,
what it is.
Like, no,
maybe
they don't want crushing defeat at the hands of a black man.
You right though.
They don't want that crushing defeat.
Like that's what.
Even in rap, because you telling me R-Truth couldn't battle rap. Nobody like
I'm sure he could have had words together.
He could have had that battle
in
rap
a mean way.
Yeah.
Like it wouldn't have to be like how his his "What Up" song is.
Yeah, what up? What up? What up song? What up? What's up, man?
Yeah,
what up?
What up song?
At this point, I'm sure R-Truth don't give a fuck about that song now.
He's like fucking Clarence McKenzie and stuck saying shit forever.
R-Truth is tired.
He
said, my voice hurt. I'm tired of rapping. I was keeping it jumping. He's tired, nigga be off beat. He don't give a fuck no more about that song. He tried to remix it a few times, spice it up a little bit, so he has some different bars to spit when he come down. Same beat.
But they know what they doing though, man. They you know, parading him out there is that
dancing.
Like that ain't real dignified in my opinion.
Nah. But I fuck with
it. Not like the fucking Cena shit. Like that shit was glorifying. Gratifying to the nigga doing it, I'm sure. You just roast the shit out of Big Show, then put him in your finisher. Take his US belt at the pay-per-view. Like WrestleMania.
Totally embarrassing as full. They ain't
whatever you want.
You don't let
that wouldn't happen for a black boy.
No, they don't let a black boy
not like that.
Like straight embarrass you. Like we just can't be just a regular a regular wrestler and just be a dominant force. Yeah. Like a Goldberg. You would never see like a black Goldberg. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody come out and just have a winning streak, win 100-something matches in a row, fucking everybody up, and took the US belt, fucked up the world champ on TV, took his belt, just fucking shit up. You know what I'm saying? You don't see no black power. They don't want to. They don't want to project that image. They'll give us bits and pieces. They'll throw us bones here and there.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? They'll throw us like, and I'm not talking about like Kofi Kingston's world title run. That was dope, but they didn't plan that either. That wasn't in their plan. That was just one of them things.
They had to do it to
appease
the crowd.
They had no choice.
The crowd kind of wanted it.
God forced his hand on that. Like that. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? That was the work of God right there. They would have been
stupid not to do that shit.
That just shows you the power of the Lord and the will of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't even supposed to happen that way. That was not in their plan. It was so ironic that it was Randy Orton that stopped his push in the beginning all them years ago, and he's the one that inadvertently gave him his push all these years. Like this is so crazy and so like it's divine. It's like it's divinity. For real. The way I see it, like, man, that same prick that tried to fuck you over all them years ago is the same dickhead that led to you getting your belt all them years later.
He is a dick too, man. He can wrestle his
He's
ass
talented.
off.
He's talented, but Randall Keith is a
prick,
fucking asshole. And you can see it on him, though.
Yeah, you can see it in his face.
You can see it on him. He got a whole asshole appearance. Like, he looks like an asshole. He doesn't give me any cool vibes about him. He seems like he'd be a complete fucking jerk.
Yeah.
I mean, he's shit in the girl's bag.
Yeah, I heard about that, but...
So that says it all right there.
I'm sure he say some racist shit, too.
Good old boy.
Yeah, he got that vibe, too.
He said nigga on a chat, what was it, on live? I forget, what was he on?
Was it like derogatory, or was it like, what's up, nigga, or was it nigga?
It was like, nigga, he was on, he was gaming online on Twitch or one of them fucking gaming joints. And he shot somebody and was like, yeah, nigga. But it was like that, like we would say. But still, like, fuck that, man. Like, nah, that, you know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
You know what I mean? You trying to be down, but I don't like that shit, though.
Guess what? Bam, nigga. What? Oh. Guess what? Bam, nigga. What? Oh. Nigga.
I got some disrespectful shit like the Akeem shit.
Alright.
Yeah.
They had them dancing like a jungle in the hood. Like, fuck was that?
Alright, yeah, we back talking
That's
about
kind of foul.
Cultural appropriation in wrestling, racial connotations in wrestling.
Man.
The derogatory racial stuff that goes on in wrestling. You talking about
Akeem in the jungle. In the hood acting like it's a jungle.
They said they called it deepest, darkest Africa, right?
Some shit like
and
that. Slick was out there. So they had Slick do it, I guess, to try to smooth it over. But like on some real shit, that's y'all some slick motherfuckers.
Yeah,
literally
it's slick.
Damn, I didn't even mean to say it like that, but
nice,
you know, y'all foul. Y'all some foul niggas.
They said they went into deepest dark. I think they wasn't in like Harlem or some shit.
I mean, I don't even remember.
some inner city,
but it was like, you know, like it was a hood. You know, they went to the hood.
The hood.
You know,
they had
just say it was the hood.
They had an African tribe
dancing,
doing like a
with
ceremony,
spears, shields, African like tribal masks, dancing around a trash fire, like a homeless person trash fire. Like that is so disrespectful to our heritage. And then to have this one man gang stankin' white boy dancing around talking about he African and he been reborn and he in the hood.
The transformation.
You got Mean Gene in the hood at night and he's
scared as shit.
Mean Gene, rest in peace, Mean Gene.
Slick.
Like, dressed like
what's going on here?
Dressed like an African, but talking like Slick would talk, like in the hood and shit. Like that shit don't even make sense.
Mean Gene, your ass ain't ready for this, brother. Your ass ain't ready for this shit, brother. He said we were one man gang yesterday. What the hell happened? He took his ass to Harlem.
But you know, they know what they be doing. They treat all different races kind of foul. Like, you know, they throw Mexicals on fucking lawnmowers. All three of them were incredible wrestlers.
Yeah.
Like, no reason you couldn't have just used them like, you know, how you should use them.
Right. That's Juventud Guerrera.
Yeah.
Super Crazy and Psychosis.
Yeah.
These are like three
WCW
legendary
legends.
Mexican WCW, ECW, New Japan, all that shit. I believe at least Psychosis was probably in New Japan or something.
Yeah.
I would think.
He was.
Yeah. Juventud might have been. But a lot of them dudes, they've been all over the world winning belts and shit. You bring them in, put them in fucking, first of all, you unmask. Vince is real into unmask. You will unmask a luchador in a second. And you got no respect for their heritage.
No.
This is tradition handed down from like their grandfathers, generations of their heritage. They come there. You got people taking their masks off and they put jumpsuits on them. Like they about to cut the fucking grass after they win the match. Like they ready to go cut the lawns and shit. Like what the like so blatant. You know, that's so blatant. Disrespectful, man. You know, and they sneak that shit. That wasn't even sneaky though. That was just
that was blatant.
That was just blatant as hell right there. You know, and then they wonder why Alberto Del Rio slapped the piss out of somebody backstage. They wonder why, you know what I mean? He get fired, but the boy that probably triggered him probably said some old crazy shit. You know what I mean? But they good for that though. They will they will throw some racially inflammatory shit out there and don't give a fuck, like talking about back to Africa when they said Tony Atlas went back and found his roots. He went back to Africa and found his roots and came back as Saba Simba. He come back dancing with, you know, a loincloth on and a spear. He got a shield and all, you know, all the shit, like all the, you know, and true to our heritage. And you know, there are practicing African tribes that practice, you know, today still. But it's like, yo, how you gonna say he went to Africa and found his roots and he come back acting like, you know, he came straight out of African tribe?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just, come on, he's Tony Atlas. Why can't he just be himself? He should have been a world champion too.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You get into like feuds with guys like Hogan, Flair back in the day, and they talk all kinds of crazy shit to you in the promos. Flair, I was watching the joint. Flair was like, "Look at me when I'm talking to you, boy," and grabbing his, like, "Look at me, boy," and you know, boying him to death. Like, you know, that's that.
Pretty much calling him nigga.
Basically, that's one step. One step away from.
Yeah,
one step.
pretty
That's
much.
one. Boy is one step off.
Yeah.
boy is one step off a nigga. Really,
It is, man. That shit disrespectful to a grown fucking man.
and they don't, you know, and they know that the buttons they push, the ones that are into that, the ones that are into that. You know what I mean? But yeah, they will do that, man. They will play that racial shit up and play around with it and like it's a game. You know, they'll use our culture to their benefit, but they won't just let us thrive the way we're supposed to. Yeah, they'll
just be who we are.
We get our world champions here and there, but it's usually transitional or something like that. You know, Kofi's like we talked about Kofi's run. I thought Kofi Kingston had a good run even leading up to his title, but they still, like, even in the storyline, they made him jump through hoops to get to that title. Even in the storyline, he had to run a gauntlet. He had to fight like the whole roster. He had to fight like, you know what I mean? He had to fight everybody on the roster to get his title shot. He had to go in elimination chamber. He had to run a gauntlet. He had to jump 16 school buses on a dirt bike. You know what I mean? Like, all that shit. He had to win a dunk contest. He had to like do a between the legs. He had to jump over Big E, and Woods had to throw the ball off the backboard. He had to go under the legs.
What fucked me up though is how abruptly ended his jump was. There was never nothing. Like, it was just like cut and dry. Like, Brock Lesnar again.
Yep.
And it's like he back to the back burner.
Yep. All the way
with
back.
his two homies.
They feel like that shit was a dream almost.
Yeah, like it ain't. Did it happen?
It did. Trust me, it did. It happened.
Making sure.
It definitely happened. He was the champ. But you know, but they had like AJ Styles had a great match with Brock. Daniel Bryan. Seth Rollins has had great matches, I thought, with Brock Lesnar. They had good
Brock
matches.
Lesnar.
Who else was it? There was somebody else I was thinking. But all these smaller guys was gonna get in that
I know
seat.
what you mean.
CM Punk. I thought CM Punk had one of the best matches with Brock Lesnar. That best versus the Beast joint.
That was dope.
But Kofi Kingston, Kofi Kingston got trashed by Brock Lesnar before 1-on-1. The Beast in the East.
I remember.
Like some years back, they fought. I woke up to see that shit too. I woke up like 5 in the morning to watch that joint because Finn Balor fought Kevin Owens. It was in Japan. But Kofi Kingston fought Brock Lesnar 1-on-1 there and got trashed pretty quick. It lasted longer than
4 seconds.
That squash match for the title, but I thought Kofi could have had a more dignified loss.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He could have put up at least a semi-good match. He could have at least mounted some offense before he lost. He just got straight squashed on the debut.
On Fox.
Mm-hmm. You know, that wasn't cool. Yeah, that wasn't cool. He deserved better than that. You know, but take the good, you take the bad.
They should have let him win. And then if you wanted to have a squash match where he just could have surprise lost, then, you know, do that at a later date.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know, it just seemed kind of disrespectful. Workhorse him to death.
Mm-hmm.
Give him the belt, workhorse him some more. Then just like shit on him.
Feed him to the
Toss
beast
him.
and lose in 4 seconds.
Toss him into the abyss.
Yeah, but just the way it went down though, and the way he won, and the way that like the world people responded all over the world to his victory. You see how powerful that melanin is. You see that it affects the globe. Like that was like a victory for the world, for a lot of people in the world.
Yeah,
just for one of us to win a wrestling championship in a match with a scripted outcome was that big for us. You know what I mean? It was deep. That just shows you how much it means when us as a collective people can get a victory in any way.
Yeah.
Anytime motherfuckers was cheering when OJ got off.
Yeah, like it's crazy shit, right?
It's like any victory for black people is a big win.
Yeah, we
Time to celebrate.
kind of take what we can get.
Yeah.
Even though, you know, a nigga got acquitted for murder, but and we was happy, but still, I still. That lady was dead as shit and we was cheering like a motherfucker.
I know, right? That's fucked up. Oh man,
We was cheering like shit and that lady was dead. Her and the boy.
yeah.
He just came back to bring her fucking sunglasses back.
I mean, he had hit her. He had fucked her though. So,
Oh yeah, of course.
I mean, he had it coming too, I guess.
I guess
in my man's mind, at
He
least.
shouldn't have. He showed up at the wrong time though.
Yeah, he should have came later.
In a fit of passion.
He should have came. Well, he probably thought he could get something real quick.
Yeah, he got
You know,
some.
for his,
yeah,
you know,
and it wasn't what he expected.
He got some. He met a.
you know, good deeds don't go unrewarded type shit. Like, oh, here you go, let me get some pussy, but shit ain't work out. OJ came home early from practice or some shit. I don't know what the fuck.
He wasn't living there no more. OJ, he came home early from practice. I'm playing football no more.
Nah, I know, man.
He wasn't even living at that house.
You know, just fuck around, man.
Yo, he said he came back home from practice. Burke.
Nah, I don't know what the fuck he was doing there, though.
Yeah, my goodness. I can't.
Yeah.
Stop by in the neighborhood.
No,
Seen that nigga car out front. He said, hold up, man. God damn it. That's enough of this shit.
Nah, they said boy pulled up in the car that OJ actually bought. Like, it was one of the cold joints, but boy was driving it. So, you know, he probably had that Kill Bill shit when he seen boy pull up. Pulled out that knife.
Like a murderous encounter
said,
music,
He
nigga.
said, I'm feeling real stabby. I'm feeling stabby. He said, OJ feeling stabby right now.
Killed 2 people, man. He ain't give a fuck. He was...
I wonder what he's doing now these days.
He chilling, man. He winning money from niggas. He won like $67 and like, what was he playing? Golf? Or some shit?
$67.
Yeah, nigga, it's terrible. He's probably doing awful. But at least he out of jail.
Yo, man. He said probably yo, I'm saying if he won $67 in a card game, he can't be doing that fucking good.
Nah.
Oh man, he said he probably doing awful. He's out of jail, real shit. He better not do no more stupid shit.
Yeah, you gotta keep his
too
fucking
old.
nose clean.
3
man.
strikes, his ass
Too
would be
old.
finished.
Yeah.
He'd be right there, right next to fucking Bill Cosby.
You took the words right out my mouth.
Yeah.
Bill and OJ.
They be fighting over that last pudding cup.
I be loving how
Orange
off
juice.
track niggas be getting. We go from one thing to whole other shit. It's hard not to though, man. You know, that's how it goes.
Yeah.
OJ and Cosby playing 2-on-2 basketball in the fucking yard.
I'd watch that shit.
Nah, but
So OJ, how much you putting up?
Nothing.
so I don't really work out that much anymore.
Ramen. I put up some ramen and some.
So
You know, they in jail, so much currency going on.
Commissary.
Yeah, but
Like, shit. What was we talking about before that?
I don't even fucking
Shit,
know.
stop that and go back to some shit.
It's WrestleBrainia, motherfuckers.
Bam.